I've seen the book on Facebook, on one of the Facebook advertisements, and I'm always looking out for new spiritual or psychological books. I'm very interested in it. And I looked at it, and honestly, the price was a little bit too high. So before I bought it, I would have liked to, just look into it. What is it about? So I went into ChatGPT and I asked it to summarize it for me. And then ChatGPT was actually very enthusiastic about the book. It said it's a non-conventional book, and there is not much information, but the reviews online are great, and people are finding it very helpful. So I said, okay, give me just a couple of sentences out of it. And it gave me that part when Eros is running through the forest naked, and he's just about to get exhausted, just from all the running. And it explained to me that it looks like this is about when you lose all your ego attachment and you're just about to actually, get to your normal, your true self. And I was like, very interesting. I'm still not sure about it. And then it literally said to me that maybe you are afraid what it would show you about yourself. So that done it. Okay, I said, okay, I love a book that would actually challenge me. So I bought it, and it was very quick and absolutely beautiful. I love the way it feels. It's really, really nice book. And I started reading it, and I started laughing. I have a younger brother, and when we were kids, I'm the older. So for 3 or 4 years, I was on my own, having all the attention of my parents and my grandparents. And then he was born, the apple of the eye of the family. And when Eris is telling the story, how Iris was really, really pissed off because he wanted a brother, but then he didn't exactly want what he got. I was like, oh my God, this book is about me. So yeah, I really liked it. And I had I think the first 2 or 3 chapters, when I read them, I had very strange dreams that were all kind of connected to my life. And when I got to the middle of the book, I was consciously slowly going. Some of the chapters, like the library chapter, that took me, I think, 4 days to read it. Between actually, I woke up early in the morning, like an hour earlier, just to read the chapters in peace and quiet. And after I got to the middle of the book, the black pages, somehow my mind just went like, I need to know what happens for the rest. And I couldn't slow it enough that, okay, hold on, let me just think about this part. And my eyes were already on the next page. it was really eerie. And I finished it, and I couldn't wait to finish it. I was like, okay, what else? What else? That was the main question all through the book. What else? And I finished it, and the last 2 pages were really, really strange. Uh, when I finished it, I felt like, okay, I I understand a lot more, but I saw that ad coming up about the explanation book. So I said, okay, let me have a look at the explanations. And I have to tell you, I read that book in one sitting. First, I was just looking for certain topics, and then I just went from start to finish and I read it. And for a couple of days, I literally I was looking at people, and this theory was like looking through, but only for like 3 days, and then it went away because it was so it was weird looking at other people. I meant that book for myself, to understand myself and to look at other people, and I'm like, oh, my husband, he's emotional, rational. Oh my, it was really, really, really strange. And then I made the mistake of starting to read it again very quickly, way too quickly. Like literally, I finished the last chapter. I thought about it for 2 days, and I started it again. And when I started it again, I understood so much more of the first two chapters. And after the second chapter, I could not take it up again. Like literally, my mind was like, no, no, not yet, not yet. That was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I say, I have it here next to me on my bookshelf, and I am planning to read it again. And I think the reason why I left it after the chapter is because the one I don't want to read again is the one about the prison, because that's me. That's written about me totally. That chapter when the young man is in the castle and he is in front of the castle, and then they start talking and then they start teaching each other. I loved the ending of it. He told the young man, "I'm not gonna betray your trust," and he didn't. When I saw those pages where there were only characters, I loved it. I was laughing for days. I loved that chapter. I think that's one of the best chapters ever. So yeah, that's it.
Great.